So before the announcement was made for this fight, Reymundo basically the morning before told a bunch of people, "You're not gonna like this. Either you're gonna love it, you're gonna hate it." Ooh, ooh, he really meant that because, man, look, man, if you hate it, I don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, this has to be like the best possible match you could possibly get because you never expect Reymundo to be fighting, all right? Because he's the owner, he's the boss, biggest fight card of all time. You're thinking Kruzaro, Khalid. Oh, Khalid's out for a movie. Well, we're gonna get a stack card instead of the biggest fight of all time, and we just get the biggest fight of all time. So it seems that we like to put the biggest fight in RBC history with Kruzaro's name. It just seems to follow him around. It's weird because like you think heavyweights would have the bigger spotlight in fights, but now it's the welterweights. It is the lighter weight classes. UFC has it, we have it. And man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, guys. It's a pretty damn good fight we got going. You can make so many headlines for this fight. You can make Master versus Apprentice, the face of the game versus the god of the game. There is pretty much everything you can put onto this fight. It's perfect. It's perfectly lined up. Ray's been winning the shadows. He's 20-0 in boxing. He's never lost a fight in boxing. Count it, 20 KOs. He's 2-0 in the RBC. Yes, he's only 2-0 in the RBC, but that being said, there's something called side feds, and he is pretty damn good in side feds. Reymundo is a straight-up killer in the ring. We know that. He's got like this ridiculous record in MMA too. When you add it all up, I think it's like 41-1 or 41-0 or something, like 36 KOs. I mean, it's crazy. Reymundo, at his core, is an amazing boxer. Jumping to the other side, you have the biggest draw in the sport. And probably, he's maybe bigger than the sport itself. Honestly, it's difficult to tell because of how good Kruzaro really is. I mean, he brings the crowd with him. I mean, you just show up for a Kruzaro fight, you know exactly what you're going to get. It's interesting. I don't think Kruzaro's ever been paired up with someone like this. Someone that literally matches the star power he has. When I'm on commentary and we're typing this fight up, a lot of it's really surrounding Kruzaro and what his opponent needs to do to beat him. We're not really concerned. Well, we did that in the Triple Paul fight. We did it in the third Khalid fight, and we did it in Biankowski. Kruzaro is always the center of attention, and the opponent, no matter how good, it's always, does he have the tools to beat him? Now, we have covered that a lot. We have said, yeah, Yaka could beat him. Yeah, Khalid could beat him. Triple Paul could beat him. But none of them have ever been able to do it. And in fact, only Khalid is the closest one who's gotten to it because he's the only one who actually beat him before. But it's different now. It's different because it's Reymundo. It's different because we hold Reymundo to just as high of a standard as Kruzaro. It's different in every single way, and it's such a unique fight, and we're never going to get it again until about the next 3 months when we do get it again. Because you're always going to get these type of fights. And I mean, it's unbelievable. Kruzaro, the biggest fight in RBC history, has happened 3 times this year. It's about to happen for the 3rd time. It's happening again. I thought they were just going to go the route of Castle DeVries. That's what I thought. Don't give Kruzaro the main event. Let him get a opponent. It's going to be very tricky for him. But if he wins, it just solidifies everything for him. No, we get this. We basically get a celebrity matchup that's very, very close. These guys are two just superstars in their game. Prime of their careers. Kruzaro is maybe not in his prime, but he's pretty damn in his prime, in my opinion. I think you guys can debate on that question. But Reymundo is Reymundo. He knows his system better than literally anyone else, even Kruzaro. You're talking about the two beastest guys in this game. Maybe you can throw the name of Bugatti out there and say, well, maybe Jakob if in his prime days. But now this is the big fight. We're going back to Wembley, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks' time, we are going to have the biggest fight in the history of the sport. Once again, their combined records are 41-1. I mean, how do you fight 20 times? How do you fight 11 times? I think Kruzaro had a fight in WRBO, which counts as 12-1. He beat Kenny Young. So it's 42-1? It's awesome. This is like... I thought about this at one point. I never actually discussed it, but I thought about it. I was thinking, Reymundo fighting for the title. I mean, he could clear up the RBC if he wanted to. That's how much power the dude has. I mean, he is just really, really good at boxing. I didn't see him fight Grand Peace. I'm sure he looked pretty damn good. It's going to be interesting. If Kruzaro wins, is it a massive upset? I don't know. It's really hard to gauge this fight. Because we don't have that much RBC itself material on Reymundo. We have everything on Kruzaro. But it's Reymundo, and look at his record. It is insane. I'm sure Kruzaro is going to open as the favorite because we're basically done doubting Kruzaro at this point. I mean, why would you even? Why would you even waste time in trying to justify why that dude is not the best welterweight of all time? Another interesting comment. Reymundo said, I'm taking everything. I'm taking the legacy. I'm taking the name. I'm taking the belt. I'm taking everything. I am going to be in my own league, in my own boxing federation. I am going to take it all. I am going to solidify my name. And I am the owner. I am the boss. In both fighting and promoting. What a dog he is, man. That's cool. I think that's cool. Some people may disagree. Nah. Who's gonna listen to you? I love the fight. When you start talking about who's gonna win, it's very difficult to really decide. You can say Ray is going to win based on his insane record and based on how much he knows the tools. But remember what I said. You can't doubt Kruzaro. This dude has some of the best pressure and power in the game. Khalid Rashad has never lost to anyone except for Kruzaro. Triple Paul's first loss in the RBC came to guess who? Yakubikowski was unstoppable until 3 names I just posted there. 3 names I just said. Those are 3 future Hall of Famers. Triple Paul is the greatest Commonwealth champion of all time. Yakubikowski is the best middleweight of all time. Ozzy will have something to say about that. Khalid was the best welterweight of all time. Guess who stopped him? What started Triple Paul's losing streak? What happened to Khalid's confidence when he came back? He was better, and now he's trying to find his way back to Kruzaro again. Bogai just got stopped in the first round. Are you serious? One dude. The Golden Boy. Yeah. Yeah, guys, he's that good. I have watched Kruzaro my first day of commentary. It was, okay, yeah, you're doing the Kruzaro fight with Khalid Rashad. It's a big deal. Second pay-per-view. Hey, it's another Kruzaro fight, but taking on Triple Paul. You like Triple Paul? Yeah, I like Triple Paul. See what happened there. Third fight. Okay, now it's the biggest fight in RBC history. The trilogy, you saw it before. You'll probably be able to call again. Yeah, pretty damn good fight, too. RBC 14. Well, we're back to basics here. Okay, Khalid Rashad, Kruzaro versus Yakubikowski. I mean, I haven't seen Yakub fight as much, but I know Kruzaro on that commentary does just as good as anyone else. And now I'm back to it. I'm back to where it began with the guy who gave me the chance at Reymundo and the guy who I first saw in the main event. Shocked the world in Kruzaro. All comes full circle. The 2 guys that basically got me started in the game. Whew. That was deep. This is a big deal for everyone. We're pulling out all the stops, baby. I know there's going to be more fights on this card. I know the other fights are right, but I'm going to pretend I don't. I know the next 2 fights that are going to be announced. Well, they already were announced. Why am I saying this? But I'll get to them in another video. Anyway, Yes, big deal. Very big deal. This is the biggest fight in the game. Um, Nothing's ever going to top it. That's pretty obvious at this point. I mean, what are you going to say that's going to line up to this? I could have argued Jam versus Ozzy or Jam versus NJJ, depending on how big the rivalry was. Nothing is going to ever top this. Boss versus top star. The man who has transcended your sport, who has given you popularity, you are looking to destroy him. You are looking to end him, to stop the legacy, to dominate him in what should not be a fight that lingers on for very long. One thing I like about Kruzaro fights is that you're not going to get the most exciting fight. Not all the time. There are times where you'll get a barn burner, or it's usually ends very quickly. What you will get is not a 12-round classic. It's going to be, oh, so that's what happens. So that's what happens when these two get in there. And we've seen it time and time again. We doubted Kruzaro too many times. So here's what I'm saying. There's no wrong answer here when you pick who's going to win. I'm not picking who's going to win because I actually don't know. But when you pick who's going to win, just remember, we've doubted Kruzaro before. Reymundo's got a pretty good record. The resumes of both guys look great. I think the one edge on Kruzaro is the fact that we have doubted him before. He feeds off of that. But then again, Reymundo is trained with the best. Bogatti, NJJ. We're talking monsters at their game. Power punchers, technical fighters. Cream of the crop. This is going to be like a big... I think there's going to be fights that are going to be fight of the night over this. But this is the most important fight we're ever going to see. Stylistically, it may not be fight of the night. I think Ray's going to give it to him. It's not going to be fight of the night. But it's the most important fight on that card. No matter what else you put on there. There's nothing more important than that. Headlining Wembley. The crowd's going to be 50-50, baby. Are you with the boss or are you with the legend? How are you going to approach this story-wise? I can't wait. And if you guys are concerned about Ray cheating, that's bullshit. Dude has too much pride on the line just to do that. I mean, why would you... If he does, it's unfortunate, but like, who the hell cares? It's his Fed. What are you going to do? But he's not going to do that, alright? I'm establishing right now. Ray's going to fight clean. He is going to fight clean. So don't expect anything happening here. It's all good. We're going to get a good, clean fight. And my question to you guys is, who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win? I don't have any idea, to be honest.